From the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, October 23rd of 2024. I'm Stacia Blake. In the headlines tonight, former trade union leader alleges political infiltration with Grenada's trade union movement. 6 sites selected for debris collection on the sister islands to be cleared by the end of November. And Roger Johnson convicted of indecent assault on a 3-year-old. Leave on date's preliminary inquiry into the murder of Canadian citizen Wayne Smart set to resume on November 1st, while regionally, UE praised for helping the region overcome challenges. And on the international front, Trump campaign accuses UK's Labour Party of U.S. election interference. Coming up in sports, Keston Williams and Nishan Smart shine in SAFL action yesterday, while ministry coaches and admin staff wrap up special 3-day workshop tomorrow. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. An immediate past president of a local trade union is alleging political infiltration in Grenada's trade union movement. The claim comes amid concerns over a new pension reform proposal. Beverly Telesford reports.
Former president of the Commercial and Industrial Workers Union, CIWU, George Mason, is alleging political infiltration within Grenada's trades union movement.
I could say that the trade union movement has always been a target for opposition forces. Always. The best friend the opposition has is the labor movement. But we have gone too far and we have lost too much to continue playing that game. I'm very concerned. What I'm concerned is that there are people who are willing to deny this thousands of workers another 3, another 4, another 5 years where they could be taken care of right now.
Mason's remarks come in response to what he considers low-key opposition to government's recent pension reform proposal. Government is aiming to provide an additional pension to unestablished or contract government workers, proposing a mandate that requires a 3% contribution from their monthly salaries. This pension is separate from what they would receive from the National Insurance Scheme. This pension reform will require the approval of a pension reform bill by members of both the upper and lower houses of Parliament. Mason claims that underground forces are undermining this proposal.
In Grenada, there are persons who have political aspirations who you are saying to me are willing to deny the working class of Grenada an opportunity to get a pension because of their own political experience.
That's right.
And you're willing to stand by that.
I will support that.
Now, when I say stand by you're willing to stand by your position.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's right.
He made these comments as a representative of the National Democratic Congress during an appearance on GBN's To The Point program on Wednesday. Established workers, those appointed by the Public Service Commission, receive both a government pension and NIS payments upon retirement, provided they meet the necessary qualifying contributions. In contrast, unestablished workers are eligible only for NIS payments. Established workers hold permanent positions, while unestablished workers work under contracts without formal appointments. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has expressed concern that NIS payments alone are insufficient to maintain the standard of living for workers after retirement, leading many to face poverty in their later years. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
6 sites selected for depositing debris and other materials on the sister islands should be cleared by the end of November. During Wednesday's press conference, General Manager of the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority said they're working to have these sites restored to normal in short order. Christina John has the story.
General Manager of the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Lyndon Robertson, has considered it a bold move on the part of government to procure heavy equipment to aid in the processing and removal of waste material from the sister islands following the devastating Hurricane Beryl. Robertson foresees the long-term use of the equipment, which amounts to approximately $3 million.
Having said that, I also want to make it clear, and it is very critical that the government has made a very bold step. A bold step with regard to securing the equipment for the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority to operate in the future. And that is not only to respond to disasters nationally, but also regionally. What we experience, in particular the requests from other islands that had a similar fate, we are positioning ourselves to respond with any disaster in the future with the equipment on short notice, and also to provide the services to the entire Eastern Caribbean. And that is why we went into that arrangement with the company from Florida, that's Cadwell Inc., to sustain our operations. It therefore means that we have to revisit our business continuity and disaster management plan.
General Manager said a recycling company outside of Grenada has been contracted to handle the final disposal of those materials.
Cadwell Inc. was engaged through an agreement with Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, brokered by the Ministry of Climate Resilience, for the final disposal of the materials that are stored at the temporary disposal site.
This forms part of Project Pristine, a $7 million venture that focuses on the waste collection, sorting, and removal efforts on Carriacou and PT Martinique. Robertson also announced that they will be working around the clock to accommodate the sites being cleared by the end of November.
We have the equipment already shipped. The first set of equipment will arrive in Carriacou on the 4th of November, and processing of the metals and white goods would start, and the shredding of the construction wood and the tree trunks continuing. That would also be ongoing in Carriacou and PT Martinique. So, in that regard, we are hoping to have the temporary disposal sites cleaned by the 25th of November.
Meanwhile, Minister for Climate Resilience, Renewable Energy and the Environment, Karen James, provided a breakdown on the costing incurred for Project Pristine thus far.
So to date, we have accounted for $2.4 million for Project Pristine in our supplementary budget. We have spent on building materials, $86,000. In terms of land and road clearance, we have spent just over $1 million. And transportation of debris and other materials, we have spent over $760,000.
Christina John, GBN News.
St. George resident Roger Johnson has been found guilty of indecent assault on a minor following a recent unanimous verdict by a jury. Johnson was 24 years old when he was charged with the offense in September 2019 involving a close relative who was only 3 years old at the time of the incident. Justice Paula Guilford presided over the trial at the St. George's No. 1 High Court, where 3 witnesses, including the virtual complainant, testified against Johnson. The jury's decision was delivered after deliberating on the evidence presented throughout the proceedings. Johnson, who was out on bail, was remanded to prison upon his conviction. He has no prior conviction and now faces a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison for the offense. Sentencing is scheduled for November 1st, with the issue of appeal yet to be considered. Johnson is being represented in the matter by attorney George Prime. The preliminary inquiry into the murder of Wayne Smart, a Canadian citizen who had been residing in Grenada, is set to resume on November 1st at the Saterres Magistrates Court. Details in this Nisha Paul report.
This case is being prosecuted by Senior Crown Counsel Howard Pinnock and involves a total of 5 witnesses, the majority of whom are police officers. The PI began last week Friday before Magistrate Neville John with 3 witnesses called by the prosecution. The inquiry is part of the process to determine if there is sufficient evidence for the case to proceed to trial. The accused, 33-year-old Levon Date, an unemployed resident of Griffith Lane, St. Andrew, is charged in connection with the death of Smart, who was reported missing in December 2022. On March 31, 2023, Date reportedly led police to a beachfront area in Riverside, St. Patrick, where authorities discovered what appeared to be burnt human remains, believed to be that of Smart. Date was subsequently charged with capital murder and remanded to His Majesty's prisons. In a dramatic turn of events, Date escaped police custody during a court appearance on February 21, 2024, sparking a nationwide manhunt. He remained on the run for approximately 3 weeks before being recaptured, and his preliminary inquiry has now started about 7 months after his recapture. Attorney Jerry Edwin, representing Date, has announced his intention to challenge the admission of a police interview in which his client allegedly confessed. According to Edwin, his client claims to have been physically assaulted by police officers to extract the confession, making it unreliable. With 2 more witnesses expected to testify for the prosecution, the case will continue in Saterres Magistrates Court on November 1, where the defense is likely to press its objections to the introduction of the contested confession. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
This is news at 7. Coming up, government finalizing plans to transform the National Disaster Management Agency into a statutory body. Stay with us.
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG United offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG United. Good like that.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
edition of the YGT Super Knockout is here again on Saturday, October 26th. Will be the grand opening at Victoria Park in Grenville. Yes, Big Parish. The football action kicks off with two big opening games from 7 p.m. Game 1, Onlace Authentic Sneaker Store, SAFL versus Sunjets United. Then in Game 2, Hard Rock Montreach FC versus Class Herb Roots. After the game, we head stateside for the young, trending Jamaican dancehall sensation, Mali Dawn.
Rum please. She a drink and still want please.
Mali Dawn.
Just pick up 4 girl reach for the total.
Also featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, Break the Store, and the biggest trending song, Black and Dan. Admission $50. The 14th edition of the YGT Super Knockout is on this Saturday, October 26th. Don't miss a game.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there easy. Enjoy competitive interest rates, specials on insurance, and offers from auto dealers. Ariza also has great offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. Apply for an easy ride loan from Ariza and drive away in style.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
I am your responsibility. Love me. Take care of me.
I have a voice. Please listen to me.
Daddy, can you hear me? Make me a priority. Mommy and Daddy, respect goes a long way. Remember, I am your child, so please go the extra mile.
A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
As we get ready to give thanks, the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch, Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Crusoe, and 7 times Soca, and 10 times Road March King, Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $60 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Guelph. Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clear Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable, solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. As the pillars of language and reading skills, literacy development is a crucial time in a child's life. Educators need to understand why literacy development is so important in order to effectively help children within each stage of their early literacy development. 2 early childhood officers explained the importance of early literacy on GBN's Mid-Morning Buzz.
Literacy has been interpreted as one's ability to speak, read, write, and listen, thereby enabling an individual to communicate effectively, make sense of words, and make informed decisions. According to early childhood development officers Patrina Sukram Charles and Esther Williams, literacy begins in the womb. Ms. Sukram Charles and Ms. Williams are both early childhood education officers attached to the Ministry of Education. They stress the importance of early literacy development as part of Child Month engagement.
And in school, we focus from preschool because that's when the children really come to us at preschool. Yeah. So we would focus a lot on oral development, getting the children able to express themselves freely. So that's why you would find in preschool the students are engaged in a lot of hands-on activities and a lot of interaction.
So that daycares are becoming more and more popular in Grenada, and we have children from 0 to 2 years going to our daycare. So even as early as daycare, the children are given the opportunity to develop their speaking skills, their vocabularies, their speaking vocabularies.
Ms. Sukram Charles said through interaction, parents should be the first to detect whether or not their child has an impairment, which the officers said is not always the case.
Parents need to be mindful when they're looking at the achievement of their child. We tend, as parents, to compare our child or children with other children. And everybody has their own developmental rate, their pace, and that child will be able to develop at his or her own time. Yeah?
So if you realize the child is maybe a year going and the child is not saying certain things as they have laid out in the milestones, it would be concerning for you as a parent. So maybe you might want to get a hearing check or raise it with your pediatrician to see really what is happening to the child. But some children, basically, they have delay in speech, and parents tend to think that the child had some impairment or...
Okay, great. When William knows that technology is here to stay, however, this should not not take away from parents spending quality time with their child or children. Reading is also critical to a child's development, aiding them in their critical thinking skills. Children with confident reading abilities typically struggle less with their studies and have a confident approach to their education. Strong literacy skills translate well into independent learning and encourage consistent growth in and out of the classroom. Literacy development affects the way students communicate and problem solve. Those with strong literacy skills usually have improved cognitive ability. The Child Month theme is I Am Your Child, I Am Your Priority. Christina John, GBN News.
Government is moving forward to complete its plans to transform the National Disaster Management Agency into a statutory body. According to Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, the 2025-2026 budget presentation will reveal additional steps being taken to finalize the process.
Already doing so. First, NADMA is being transitioned into a full statutory body. We've already passed the bill to allow that to happen, and in the coming budget cycle, we would be making sure the necessary subvention as well as the organizational structure is put in place, and the resources given to NADMA to become a full-time disaster management agency, not a natural disaster, but a disaster management agency. That's the first thing.
While the process is ongoing, the Prime Minister explains that a body has been created to oversee NADMA and how it would deal with any disaster that will affect Grenada.
But even before doing so, the public may not be aware that, in fact, there is, in fact, a broader group that the Minister for Disaster Management, myself, chairs, which is multifaceted and basically has representatives from almost every sector in Grenada, where we actually constantly monitor and look at the potential threats that we face. So whether it's drought, whether it's pandemics, health issues, so that is ongoing. And by strengthening NADMA, we think we'll be in a better position to do so.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has pointed to the shortage of construction materials as one of the issues hindering the completion of the H.A. Blaze Street project, which started a few months ago. Giving an update on the project, he stated that the contractor faced some issues that led to some delays, but work is ongoing.
As a contract was awarded to a contractor, I'm aware, in fact, that the work is not proceeding at the pace that we would want to expect. But there are things with construction that we have to appreciate. Grenada has a perennial cement shortage problem. And so sometimes, once you're dealing with concrete works, as much as you want to go as quickly as you can, it's subject to things like that. So you have cement, and our sand is imported. And again, you have, it therefore means from time to time, you simply don't have the aggregates that are required. And we have to bear in mind that basically, there is enormous demand for construction materials in Grenada, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in Jamaica, as a result of the passage of Hurricane.
The Minister for Infrastructure also indicated government's plan to undertake road infrastructure work from Grand Anse to the Carenage in 2025.
I want to highlight that from a planning perspective, from Point Salines all the way to the Carenage, we intend to resurface the Grand Anse main road. We have not been able to move as aggressively as we would like on this because of the Southern Water program, which involves obviously laying pipelines from the Sendell Tunnel all the way down to Point Salines, which means the road is going to have to be trenched and the pipes are going to have to be laid. But we certainly intend to begin to address this in 2025. And similarly, we also intend to address from the Sugar Mill roundabout all the way to what is probably called the Stinky Bridge or the Bumpy Bridge, depending on your perspective of it, the road widening and the construction of sidewalks throughout Grand Anse and Montu.
A St. Andrew resident hit it big this week, becoming the latest winner of Blast Gaming's exciting mystery progressive jackpot. Rena Pierre-Thomas will tell us more.
Dwayne Stafford is the latest Blast Mystery Progressive winner as he was handed a check of $547,761.71 on Tuesday afternoon. Stafford became the fourth BMP winner at the Esplanade Mall Blast Gaming site this month. At a special handover ceremony, the St. Andrew resident expressed how happy and overwhelmed he was.
I just want to say thank you to Blast for the great opportunity. I am grateful towards Blast for the opportunity that the funds I won would be able to change my life. All right. I like to also encourage persons to take part of the Blast games. You know, you never know when your luck may strike. Right? So that's it.
General Manager of Blast Gaming, Alda Joseph, said that since the launch of the Mystery Progressive promotion 3 months ago, they have paid out over $1 million.
Celebrating that we have awarded a total of over $1.6 million in 3 months. This means that we have awarded on average over $400,000 per winner. This is something to celebrate. This event today is a testament that we can deliver on what we promised. Blast Gaming has always been at the forefront of gaming innovation, boundaries, and captivating players with thrilling experiences. We cement ourselves as the provider that offers the best games, the most money for good causes through NLA, and the biggest prizes.
The Blast Mystery Progressive is a groundbreaking bonus round that activates randomly while playing any of the participating Blast games. Once the bonus round is triggered, the player is guaranteed to win. Gamers 18 years and older can access Blast gaming outlets at the Esplanade Mall, Wall Street, Grand Anse, Grenville St. Andrew, and Guelph St. John. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Still to come, CARICOM countries to benefit from the International Monetary Fund reforms. That story when we return.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Win a living room makeover with Quartz Ready Cash. One lucky winner will get a chance to win a living room makeover with any cash loan. No security required. And affordable monthly payments. It's quick, easy, and hassle-free. Visit one of our locations for more information about getting your Ready Cash loan today. This month is all about you with Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Terms and conditions apply.
Sunday, November 3rd from 5 p.m. at Monrouge Plainfield. You can win over $100,000 in cash and prizes as Megaforce Promotions presents Christmas in November Mega Bingo. We're talking a brand new living room set, fridge, gas cooker, dining room set, washing machine, bedroom set, TVs, and lots more household items. But wait, that's not all. You can also win $50,000 in cash.
That's enough to buy all my Christmas gifts and pay off my credit card debt.
And the best part is, tickets are only $60 for one or $100 for two. Don't forget there'll be free buses island-wide. Sunday, November 3rd, Christmas is coming early as Megaforce Promotions presents Christmas in November Mega Bingo.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Guelph. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Are you ready? Let's go!
Grenada. Get ready as the new National Party invites all to its 40th anniversary fundraising bingo event. Sunday, October 27th from 5 p.m. at Victoria Park, Grenville. Over $100,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Imagine you can win a Suzuki Ignis hybrid car, $50,000 in cash, plus other fantastic prizes. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. Free buses will be available island-wide. Don't miss it, or you might just see your neighbor driving a Suzuki Ignis. Sunday, October 27th, we're heading to Victoria Park in Grenville for the new National Party 40th Anniversary Fundraising Bingo.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
A senior officer of the Department of Cooperatives is suggesting that schools should focus on teaching students how to collaborate and pool their resources for the common good, rather than fostering competition. Senior Cooperatives Officer Brian Grimes made the suggestion while emphasizing the need for the education system to encourage young people to explore cooperative ventures.
And it goes back to the education system. It goes back to the education system where you have us as citizens being taught in a more competitive environment. Right. Come first, second, third. But guess what? When we all leave the school arena, we have to build our society, our country together. But because of what has been inculcated in us through the education system, we more try to fight each other.
A cooperative is defined as a private business or organization that is owned and managed by its members and who benefit from its goods and services. Grimes argues that countries that adopt a cooperative model tend to achieve greater success compared to those that prioritize competition.
In most great societies, you look at the Scandinavian countries and countries like Japan, they are very, very cooperative in terms of their culture and so forth. So this is what happens. People adopt a more competitive approach as opposed to cooperative, but I want to posit here, based on what I have seen in my personal experience, and I'm sure Mr. Emmons will share his, the cooperative principles lend itself to nation building.
CARICOM countries could benefit from a decision by the International Monetary Fund on Monday to approve a set of reforms to its concessional lending facilities and an associated funding strategy to preserve the financial institution's ability to provide adequate support to low-income countries, or LDCs, over the long term. Details from Beverly Telesford.
Caribbean countries previously raised concerns about the rules for receiving financial help, suggesting that those that have already invested in green technology should receive special consideration. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, recently announced reforms following its 2024 review of the Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust, PRGT. This comes after the IMF significantly increased support for low-income countries during the COVID-19 pandemic and other economic shocks. Since 2020, the IMF's annual lending commitments have jumped to an average of about 5.5 billion special drawing rights, or SDRs, which is equivalent to roughly US $7.3 billion, compared to about 1.2 billion SDR in the previous decade. However, the outstanding PRGT credit has tripled since the pandemic began. Without reforms, the PRGT could face a serious funding shortage, with its ability to lend expected to drop to about 1 billion SDR per year by 2027, well below what is needed. The approved reforms aim to ensure ongoing financial support for low-income countries while making the PRGT self-sustainable. The IMF's executive board has set a new long-term annual lending target of 2.7 billion SDRs, or around 3.6 billion US dollars, more than double what it was before the pandemic. This increase is designed to help the fund use its limited resources to continue providing essential support to these countries while encouraging additional financing from other sources. The reforms also reflect the diverse economic conditions among low-income countries. A new tiered interest rate system will allow the poorest countries to continue receiving interest-free loans, while better-off countries will pay a low concessional interest rate. Additionally, after successful fundraising efforts, the IMF plans to generate around 5.9 billion SDRs, which is equivalent to about 8 billion US dollars, through various means over the next 5 years. This includes contributions from member countries and savings from the new interest rate system. The IMF directors agreed that the next general review of the fund support for low-income countries will occur in the usual 5-year cycle. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
We'll have your regional and international news right after the break.
If you don't add multi-X to your Playway bets, then you're definitely missing out on bigger winnings. The NLA has added 7X to the multi-X draws. Imagine playing your favorite Playway number or symbol for $10 with multi-X added. Then, wow! 7X is drawn. You win bigger. Not just $240, but $240 multiplied by 7. Whoa! That's $1,680. 7X added for a limited time only. Add multi-X to your Playway bets every day, 3 times per day, Monday to Saturday, for chances to win bigger. Not only free plays or winnings multiplied by 3 or 5, but winnings multiplied by 7 too. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Christmas is all about the moments we share, the smiles, the laughter, and the love that fills our homes. This season, let your walls reflect the warmth of family time. Sisson's Paint, matched with every shade of togetherness. Celebrate 12 weeks of Christmas with Sissons. Buy one, get one 30% off on selected items. And with every purchase of any Sissons paint, you get a chance to win US $100 every week for 12 weeks from October 1st to December 22nd. Terms and conditions apply. Available at all Sissons hardware dealers nationwide. Sissons, internationally tested, brilliantly affordable.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, so no. Fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them massive dragon. Hello. You see that? About them, that them make hard on them. Me a 38, but you are 92. Yeah. You the number one run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. You number one. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Good evening, sports fans. Coaches and administrators attached to the Ministry of Sports have been given the opportunity to improve on their skill set. This as they participate in a 3-day workshop facilitated by Dr. Alicia Strawn from the University of Winnipeg in Canada.
Project Score is a free resource for coaches, teaching them about positive youth development through sport, so how to create more positive spaces for kids in sport while they're participating, and thinking also of a more intentional and deliberate way of building positive skills for kids.
Day one was used to identify current schemes and techniques being employed by the participants while expanding on the importance of coaching.
Tomorrow we'll really get into the elements of Project Score, so the 4 C's of Project Score, which are confidence, competence, connection, and character, and thinking about how we are intentionally doing those 4 C's within sport. And then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, on day 3 that we'll have a chance to apply those 4 C's with a team. So I think we're going to have some kids come to the soccer field. We'll have some coaches kind of take them through a basic soccer practice, but have the coaches in groups think about plan a little bit about what they are going to do in order to build a specific C in that practice, and then deliver that to kids and just see how that would work, and then we have a chance to reflect on that after.
Dr. Strawn, who is of Canadian parentage, is hopeful that the session will impact positive change.
I just always thought that there's so much potential here in Grenada for sport, sport development. You know, you guys are very fortunate to have had some really high-performance athletes who put Grenada on the map, and so we really want to, I think, you know, given my expertise and the things that I've studied, I really want to just be able to give back to Grenada and to their sports system here, and think about how we can think of a different way of building kids through sport in Grenada.
Santos FC and Tivoli Lions FC played to a 3-3 draw, while Hartford Village Revivers got the better of Idler Sports Club last evening in the SAFL. The match was in fact a tale of two halves. This is what happened. So Santos took charge of the first 45 minutes with a 2-1 advantage at the half. However, as the game played out, the Lions clawed their way back despite a third goal by Santos. They did enough to settle for a draw at the end of 90 minutes. Then Santos' Keston Williams was awarded the Man of the Match title for his minute assist, along with his 26th and 89th minute goals to complete his brace on the evening. Meanwhile, Hartford Village Revivers came away with a 4-1 win over Idlers. Nishant Smart found the back of the net in the 3rd minute and then again in the 35th to earn the Man of the Match award. West Indies suffered a series-defining loss in the second one-day international against Sri Lanka as they again went down by 5 wickets on Wednesday. The defeat, which resulted from another disappointing batting performance, saw Sri Lanka taking an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3-match series, leaving the Caribbean side with mere hopes of salvaging pride in the final game on Saturday. After a dismal batting collapse that saw the West Indies at a shocking 58 for 8, the rain-affected contest was reduced to 44 overs per team. It was an historic 9th wicket partnership between Sherfane Rutherford and Gudakesh Moti that added a glimmer of respectability to their total. The pair put together 119 runs, the highest ever 9th wicket stand in West Indies ODI history, with Rutherford smashing 4 sixes and 7 fours in his 82 balls knockout, while Moti's maiden ODI half-century came off 61 balls and included 6 boundaries as they lifted the side to 189. However, the damage had already been done by Sri Lanka's disciplined bowling attack, which was led by spinners Wanindu Saranga and Mahesh Thikshana. Seamer Asitha Fernando had 3 for 35. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. The University of the West Indies is receiving praise for helping Barbados and other Caribbean nations overcome many challenges. The commendation has come from Governor General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dame Susan Dillis-Dugan.
The University of the West Indies has received top marks for helping shape Caribbean civilization from the first female Governor General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dame Susan Dillis-Dugan. She was conferred the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa at the UWI Cave Hill graduation ceremony. Dame Susan, who has spent her professional life serving her nation and championing development through educational reform, delivered the keynote address during the ceremony.
The university, through its alumni, has helped overcome many challenges, including that of the Caribbean's ethnic and cultural diversity. It is on the campus grounds of the university that this diversity melds, takes shape, and becomes the nurturing ground for what we know now as our Caribbean civilization.
Meanwhile, Barbadian hotelier Ralph Taylor was conferred the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. He's been awarded for being a visionary in Caribbean tourism and hospitality, introducing the all-inclusive concept to Barbados. In her speech, valedictorian Naomi Cambridge congratulated her fellow graduates for completing the massive achievement. Ms. Cambridge, who's earned herself a Bachelor of Science degree in International Relations First-Class Honors, has encouraged her peers to brace themselves for what the future holds.
But
to be honest, the world we're heading into today is different. In fact, it's fraught with dark challenges: social unrest, climate change, economic uncertainty, and the questions of whether AI will even leave a space for us to be employed. This darkness can cause one to wonder, how are we going to make it up against such odds? In the midst of darkness, light persists. Mahatma Gandhi once said that, and you UWI graduates, are lights that have risen.
Among those graduating, CBC's editor-producer, News and Current Affairs, Sean Farrell, with a Master of Degree in E-Governance for Developing States.
Donald Trump's campaign has accused the UK Labour Party of election interference as it sent volunteers to campaign for Kamala Harris in the U.S. election. Trump's team complained to the Federal Election Commission and said, quote, illegal foreign assistance is another feeble attempt in a long line of anti-American election interference.
Donald J. Trump.
U.S. election interference by the Labour Party. The claim being made by Donald Trump's campaign that Britain's ruling party and Kamala Harris's campaign have broken the law. In a 6-page letter to America's election watchdog, the Federal Election Commission, a lawyer for the Trump campaign cites media reports about contact between Labour and the Harris campaign and requests an immediate investigation into blatant foreign interference with apparent illegal foreign national contributions made by the Labour Party. The row revolves around efforts by Labour to send volunteers to the states to help Kamala Harris. The letter cites this now deleted post on the networking site LinkedIn, apparently from a senior Labour official saying 10 spots were available to travel to the US and that the party would sort housing for volunteers. The Trump campaign says that suggests Labour is financially supporting volunteers. It's not illegal for foreign nationals to campaign in US elections, but they can't be paid for it. In a statement, the Trump campaign said Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz were seeking foreign influence to boost what it called their radical message. The Harris campaign's acceptance and use of this illegal foreign assistance is just another feeble attempt in a long line of anti-American election interference. Donald Trump's former ambassador to Germany, Richard Grenell, who's tipped to be part of the former president's new administration if he wins the election, told Newsnight it was a slippery slope for Labour.
I think is a really dangerous precedent to have the ruling party of a ally somehow playing politics, getting involved in the actual campaigning with such a short notice. I mean, it's the last month of our campaign.
Sir Keir Starmer has played down the significance of the Trump campaign's allegations, pointing out that Labour had volunteers who'd gone to America pretty much every election, doing it in their spare time and staying with other volunteers. The Prime Minister added that he and Donald Trump had established a good relationship when they met in New York last month. Peter Bowes, BBC News.
The Netherlands has one of the lowest incarceration rates in Europe. Prisons are now being closed because they're not needed.
After more than a century, this prison in the city of Haarlem closed for good. With 35% less crime in the past decade, there were not enough murderers or thieves left to fill the cells. Prisoners have been replaced by startup companies, a university and a cinema. Criminologist Miranda Boon found that a focus on relatively light crime in the past is one of the main reasons prisons were emptying, and more attention on life after prison preventing reoffending.
What you see is the justice system in the Netherlands keeps a balance between the number of prisoners and the capacity. In France or the UK, people are locked up with 6 in one cell, which is not only unsafe for prison staff, but also limits work on resocialization.
From a place of confinement and restrictions, this has turned into a space for creativity and free thinking. This transition symbolizes the Dutch approach to detention. And although the Netherlands hasn't found the ultimate answer to combat crime, it has become an inspiration for others.
Because simply putting people behind bars does not prevent crime, says Twan Bakermans, who now teaches art to juvenile convicts after spending 20 years in prison himself for robbing more than 60 banks.
For most prisoners, it would be much better if there is a different solution, especially for young detainees, so they can continue to go to school, work, and keep their rent. Because if they lose all of that, the chances are high they'll return to prison.
Bakerman spent years in this prison in Rotterdam, now a luxury apartment complex. Despite the Dutch success story, the crime rate has gone up slightly, with authorities now more focused on drug syndicates and cybercrime. With prisons closed and staff laid off, the Netherlands now struggles to find prison guards. Step Vassen, Al Jazeera, Haarlem.
And that's what's been happening around our region and wider globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. A former trade union leader alleges political infiltration within Grenada's trade union movement. 6 sites selected for debris collection on the sister islands to be cleared by the end of November. And Roger Johnson convicted of indecent assault on a 3-year-old. Levon Date's preliminary inquiry into the murder of Canadian citizen Wayne Smart set to resume on November 1st. While regionally, he was praised for helping the region overcome challenges. Internationally, Trump campaign accuses UK's Labour Party of U.S. election interference. While in sports, Keston Williams and Nishon Smart shine in SAFL action yesterday, while ministry coaches and admin staff wrap up special free day workshop tomorrow. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stacia Blake, and that's the news. Ken Roy Batiste will be here tomorrow night. Thank you for joining us.